Hmm. Good evening. Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is, will Christina and the baby survive on General Hospital? What do you think is going to be the outcome? Do you think that both of them are going to survive? Do you think that just Christina's going to survive? Do you think they're going to actually sit there and kill her off? Now, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Today was another actual good episode. General Hospital every now and then can surprise you and surprise me as well. Um, Tonight we're going to be Smith talking about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. As you are coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Let's sit there and do roll call. Ooh, do some roll call tonight. And as I always sit there and say, if I miss your comment, do not sit there and get upset. There's 16 people in this chat. There's one of me. Okay, let's get this started. Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy's in the chat. Amy H is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Eagle Fangs in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Mars in the chat. How you doing tonight? Anjanetta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Laura B's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Francis D is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Susan R is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Terry Ice Cream's in the chat. How you doing tonight? And yes, Laura B, we missed you. It's been a hot minute. Are you going on vacation tomorrow? Okay. Well, have fun. Stay safe. Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? If I would have sat there and highlighted every single person's name, it would have been even longer for a roll call. So that's why if I didn't highlight your names, don't take it personal. At the bank is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Allison Z is in the chat. How you doing tonight? ZK is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Allison says can't connect my phone to my TV. Sorry, tech issues. Oof. Tanya is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? ZK is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I'm doing good, Blackmon. I'm doing good. I actually slept really well yesterday, so I'm very happy. Darby's in the chat. How you doing tonight? I'm doing good, ZK. This is just, of course, I gotta ask how the Queen's doing. Other since we got some nasty storms rolling Thursday. Yeah, it's crazy out here. Deluxe is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Okay, I think we are good. Now let me sit there and put myself a drink. Turn back on my music. And get this live stream started. Wow, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I honestly tell you, Lashanta, her line literally made no sense, and I forgot my goddamn fork. So that's awesome. Let me read this one comment first. Autumn, Albert. Now, why did Ava lie and made it a different crime scene to make it look like it was a struggle? When Ava grabbed Christina, Christina said, "Don't touch me," and she yanked back and flew up. That's not actually what happened. That's not what happened. Gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. How you doing tonight? I hope all is well. Whoa, DC Self Sanctuary. Jesus Christ, I meant to text you today. How are you doing, my friend? Damn. I knew I had to do something. It's like a minute I got home, everything just went out the goddamn window. But that's right. Let's everyone say what's up to DC. All right, be right back. Everything else ready. Then when I realized I had to sit there and stir my stuff, I went out the window. He says, I'm okay, honestly, feeling better these days. All right, we got to talk. Because he was on my mind yesterday, and I was like, let me sit there and message you. I don't know what the hell wound up happening. Shit. That's true, Ed. That's true. But you know, the thing is with these soaps, you never know, right, Ed? Right? Oh yeah, exactly, Autumn. The cuck had no authority to sit there. Yes. DC.com is for you. Ronnie Ron has a question. Eagle Fan, whoa, uh, Eagle Fan says Trina is a big time snitch and disloyal friend. She just saw it looked like, man, how is that being disloyal? You just watch Ava push somebody out of a window. I think at this point, I would not, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. Eagle Fan. And what's good, Chelsea? Okay, let me read your comment, Ron. Ron says Paul should be ashamed of himself. How can he look him? Yeah, I mean it was a little kind of out of. Well, Eagle Fang, here's the thing. Okay, Eagle Fang says Trina's a snitch. How is she a snitch though? All right, hold on. Eagle Fang says she really think Ava pushed her out. Well, let's see. A woman fell out of a window, and then Ava was standing there right at the balcony. So what else are we gonna sit there and think, Eagle Fang? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I see somebody push somebody else out the window. We ain't gonna be friends no more because I don't know what the hell wound up happening. So that's not being a snitch or being disloyal. That's just snip there saying like, um, as says, about all Ava had to do was leave the room. I said the same thing too. I said the same damn thing. I was like, well, you just made your situation a lot worse. So I agree with that 100%. And I thought that was stupid. Lashanta says, Albert Christie said, if you make me tell the truth, I'm going to tell about Morgan and Connie. Ava got mad and pushed her. She said, don't touch me, tripped and fell. She lightly touched her. I think it was more the momentum of the bag that really caused the damage. Um, but here's the thing, though, Eagle Fang. Why would she sit? Yes, okay. Here's the thing, Eagle Fang. I agree with that part. Well, I mean, Eagle Fang, if she didn't actually approach Dante, Dante would have approached her. They were questioning every person in that room. Dante literally sat there and said, we don't want anyone going or leaving the room. No, 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 DC. I was gonna text you. I was actually gonna text you today, and I just got caught up in some stuff. But Darby says, I wish you hadn't said that because I would have to choose between you, DC, and Deadpool and Wolverine. What do you mean they weren't looking? They were literally looking for every single person in that room. Like Eagle Fang, they literally was looking for every single person in that room. And what does? Let me ask you a question, Eagle Fang. What does Trina gain by lying to Ava? She knows that she's done some really bad shit before. So let's not sit there and try to act like she just assumes she automatically is a lot better. That's not snitching or being disloyal. You literally sat there and said what you and she didn't sit there and say that she pushed her. That's another thing. She didn't sit there and say that she pushed her out the window. She just said that, hey, listen, I saw Chrissy fall out the window, and then I saw Ava stand up there and close the windows. She didn't say anything about pushing her. Like turn a blind eye, like everyone did when Carly and Drew committed suicide. What does one thing have to do with the other? Now, as says Albert Johnson did her thing. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She was on point. And that's the thing. And as much as I don't like Jocelyn sometimes, Baby Girl was on point. And Eva's not a good person, has made everyone angry in town, but she has been solid to Trina. So much loyalty. But what does she actually say today? Evil fan, Jesus Christ, I don't like this. Evil fan, what? Okay, you keep sitting there saying that she snitched, right? You keep sitting there saying that she snitched on Ava. How did she snitch on Ava? What did she sit there and say? All she said was what she saw. She didn't sit there and say, "Oh, I saw Ava push Chrissy out the window." She did. No, she did not. I watched it. She didn't sit there and say that. Dante actually drew up his own conclusions when he went upstairs. He didn't sit there and say, "Oh yeah, well, she went to the police with her own doing and said this is Ava's room." Because they wouldn't have found that it was it. They could because they wouldn't have found that it was Ava's room either way. There's like you trying to make it seem like they wouldn't have found that information out anyway. That's the thing. You're trying to make it seem like they would have found that the information either way. Okay, Ron, I'll get to your question. Yeah, and that's the thing, you fan. That's something I will agree with you on. That is a conflict of interest, and even Scotty can sit there and get that thrown out. Okay, Ron. Would it have made a difference if it was Trina, if it was somebody else? The point is, you're sitting there saying that she ratted out Ava, but all she said was, "Hey, listen, that is Ava's room." She didn't say that they would have sat there and found out anyway. Yeah, let the police find. Okay, that's still not evidence that she ratted her out. She just sat there and said, "Hey, listen, that's her room," and Dante drew up his own conclusions. Ron says, "What come to your mind when Brady was in his robe and Xander on the outside knocking on the door?" I thought it was stupid that he didn't just hide in the bathroom instead of trying to jump out a three-story window. Now he's sitting there limping around, got trees in his hair, and look all disheveled. But Eagle Fang, like I said, I respect your opinion. Um, but yeah, that's what came to mind. And I thought it was stupid. It's not like he was sitting there searching around. All she had to do was sit there and close the window. Dory says, "What about yesterday when Trina told Johnson about Ava and John?" And yeah, of course, Ava. But and of course, at the end of the day, it's a soap opera. It's not that serious. Yeah, Darby, I thought that was stupid. I thought that was just like dumb gossipy stuff. But um, Darby says Brady is still involved with Fiona. I mean, they're just hanging out, getting drunk. Really, that's about it. Ron, I think they found Abigail. I knew I forgot to do something. See, this like I was snicked this. I was rushing. Watch this damn trailer again real quick. Oh, what? Darby says it was none of Josh's business, not Trina's business. It wasn't, Darby. It wasn't. That's what I said. It was just stupid gossipness. That's different than what Eagle Fang was saying. But yes, he was saying Ava did make herself look worse, but how odd she might go to prison for something that was not her fault. But yeah, Carly got away with being a mob queen. Okay, Eagle Fang, the second part, I agree with you because yeah, she was guilty of insider trading and she didn't actually do anything. Um, she should have went there. She should have she should have went to jail for that. Eagle says, I agree with you both on Alexis TJ point, but TJ's absolutely Ed. I'm surprised that Brooke that Alexis kept talking to him afterwards. Janice says, I'm already bored with Brooke and Ridge and Monte Carlo. Yeah. I don't blame you, Janet. I heard there's supposed to be some sort of stalker now too. Lobby says I don't always remember to take the soap. So, well, thank you, Lobby, for watching. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, Eagle Fang, the whole Mob Queen thing, she should have never got arrested for that, Eagle Fang. The whole Mob Queen thing about her going to jail for RICO charges should have never been a thing. You don't go to jail just because you simply sit there and say that you're a part of a mob or you're the head of whatever mob organization. Um, so that was always stupid from jump. I said that she should go to jail, and I was wrong. Justin Albert, do you think Sonny should kill April when he had the chance? Um, I only sit there and say no just because of Avery. I would sit there and say no because of Avery because when Avery grows up, you got to sit there and explain that to your daughter that you killed their mother. Like there's no coming back from that, you know. So no, but no, she should have never went to jail for RICO violations because you know she never moves any products or anything like that. There's no records of that. All she said was she was head of Sonny's organization. What universe is that evidence enough to sit there and put somebody in jail? As says Albert, Sarah getting on my nerves of pushing Darren to give his mom a chance. Darren needs to put his foot down and tell Sarah to stand. Yes, and I'm listening to this saying that for a hot minute, and she keeps pressuring him to try to make peace, and he's not. And the thing is, she'll sit there and say, "Well, I'm sorry. I know I'm sitting there crossing boundaries," but I'm like, "But you keep doing it, though." And then she does that stupid little so-called cute laugh, and it's like, "Oh, it's okay." And it's like, boo, you're not being cute. You're just being obnoxious and annoying. And that's not a functional relationship. It's not. Chelsea says Frank Valentina and Elizabeth Corday really hate competition. Justin, you asked me that question. No, I don't think that Sonny should have killed Abram. Because then you gotta sit there and then you would have to sit there and explain to his daughter one day, and that's not something you should have to do. What's good, Eagle Fang? Man, what's good, Kyrie Clark? Billy, am I the only one who think Lee killed Tom and Hollis? No, you are not. And let's everyone say what's up to Billy. Billy is a new person in the chat. Let's give Billy a warm welcome. Yes, let's everyone give Billy a warm welcome. Don't drink it. Prince CJ says Sunny not killing on only Mouse Sunny have. Not killing no one. Okay. That's true, Darby. That's true. That's true. Got a point. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you got a point though. Alex says when Ava opened the door, Dante had that Sunny off his meds look. When Dante came in, um, when Dante came in to question Ava, that shit was funny as hell. Um, oh shit. What do you? Yeah, about 46, about 39 people in the chat. So yeah, let me hear my annoying ass voice and cheat to hit the like button. Okay, so 21 people in the chat, 39 people. Thank you, Allison. Hit that goddamn like button. It really does help. Terry says, I'm conflicted on Ava's situation. She's in jail and she deserves to be, but she didn't push Kristina that trick fell. Ava should be in jail for the mess, which that's true. Well, here's the thing. Push is kind of a strong word, Evil Fang. She didn't grab her. She did tap her. She did tap her. You go back and because they replayed it like about 6 or 7 times. She does tap her. And I think that was a mistake. Ron says, I admit that Deacon and Sheila were filler, but I fast forward Hope and Steffi and boring as Ben. Also, I was quick to skip that Monte Carlo thing because I'm not interested in Luna and Poppy wasn't that bad. Okay. We're gonna talk about this Hope effing nonsense. But just to clarify, she did push her, but she did push her in a way where it's like she tried to push her. Exactly. She tapped on her shoulder and she fell back and lost momentum because of the back. The problem is, I think that scene was done by accident. Okay, because it makes much more sense to sit there and grab somebody. Didn't grab her period. She grabbed for her, but I don't think she actually pulled anything. Like if somebody pulls me and I move back and they let go, that will make more sense. I think the scene was supposed to be her pulling her and her resisting and falling back into the back because that tap shouldn't have been enough to sit there and knock her that far back. And I still actually got it on it. I still got it. It could have been better. Is that thank you? And Ava tapped Kristina on her shoulder, and Kristina pulled back, and Kristina tripped over the back. She pulled her arm. I don't remember her pulling her arm. Sorry, I don't remember her. It's like what Ed said. Um, I don't think that she pulled her arm. It's like Ed said. She tapped her on her shoulder. So it's weird. No, actually, I really didn't, Ron. I did not enjoy the patch and Kale was saying. Um, I didn't hate it, but it was like I didn't care for it either way. All he said was he went down there, he didn't see him, but he saw a bloody um I don't know, tissue or something like that. So no, I didn't yeah. I'm looking forward towards the previews next week. That's what I am, Rob. By the way, I gotta sit there. Terry's gonna say it is kind of weird, Kyrie, because you shouldn't be able to let me watch this scene. What's my opinion? He's being a good friend, right? He's ride or die. He is ride or die when it comes towards his friend John. Damn, I wish I could sit there and find it. I might have to go back and look at it at some point. For some odd reason, it's not here. Even though like you should be able to like I should be able to find a clip of that. Sean says, "Oh, do you think that GH is destroying Trina's character?" I don't think that they're destroying Trina's character. I think that they don't do enough with her character. I don't think that they do enough with her character. I think that she gets put in the background a lot of times. And I would sit there and say destroy, but I would sit there and say they don't do enough with her. And that's the shit. What's good, Valerie? Destroy, no. But they definitely don't utilize her. And they do very little for her. It's like they push her more into the background than anything else. And like you said, she doesn't have time with her family that she should be having. Um, it seemed like they only gave her. I don't know why they're shelving her character, but I don't think that they're destroying it. I think they're just shelving it. And I feel like that's just disrespectful in itself. Oh, they really did not show it. She didn't pull it. I saw it a couple of times. She didn't pull it. And I don't give a damn about no damn Connie. I don't understand why you keep sitting there talking about some damn Connie Nation. That lady says, so you don't go to my channel for nothing, Albert. Over here looking for a clip when I had. Oh, and Kristina did pull away. Okay. Over here looking for a clip. All right, let me check that out. Oh, my gorgeous queen cat lady. Who is it? The Crow. What's good, Crow? What's good, the Crow? Brett says, Albert, where's Curtis and Marshall? That's a damn good question. That is a damn good question. Um, exactly, Riley. Ron says, so Albert, you're backsliding. You want to dump Connie to get back Nikisha. It's too late. Oh, it's too late. Oh, oh, you told me, Ron. It's too late. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, she did grab her. Never mind. It was so quick. It was so quick. It okay. It looks like it's a show, but she did grab her. So yeah, it does make sense why she will pull back. And it kind of did a little kind of shitty though, to be honest. Thank you, gorgeous Queen Cat Lady, for coming through on the clutch. I appreciate you. Crow says, I'm getting tired of Splinter, Parental's family. They need Sunny, Carly, Jason, Michael, and Kristina to unify. Let's everyone say what's up to the Crow. Also a new person in the chat. Let's say what's up to the Crow. Well, thank you, Rob, for snitching telling me that it's too late. Gorgeous Queen Justice in the chat was good love. Exactly. Let's everyone welcome Crow. Thank you, Lord Bing. Justin says, Albert Avis said it was an accident. I said, well, if it was an accident, then how about I'm sorry? How about apologize? That's true. That's true. I give you that, Justin. I give you that. I don't think that Kristina should have been there in the first place. I think that's pretty much kind of the problem. Of course, of course, of course, Crow. That's how we do it. That's how we do. Every time we have a new person that comes in, we give them a warm welcome. Um, Let them know that they're part of the group. As that the question is, where is the Ashford family and why hasn't Trina had any scenes with her mother? Yes. That's what I'm sitting there saying. Like, I don't think that they destroyed her character, but they did sideline her character a lot, which is bad in itself. Um, and I don't think that that's right. Valerie said they're trying to get rid of this bloated cast. Yeah, I get it, but not having Trina on here definitely not a good look. It shouldn't be an option. It's like when Spencer was gone, they just stopped trying. Now Sean says, I hope nothing happens to Ava. Everybody in that town is going. It was good, Jess. It was. It was. Well, that should be interesting to add. That should be interesting. And DC's back. Sean says, I hope nothing happens to Ava. Everybody in this town is going against her. I hope they turn that around. Who cares about Connie? I don't. Ron says, Albert, so why? So, Albert, that's why Brady was limping because I was like, where did he get asked to leave? Yeah, he jumped out. He jumped out the window like an idiot. He should have just stayed in the bathroom, stayed in the shower. It's not like Xander was not yet walking around or anything. That literally made no sense. Oh, we got a new person, another new person here. Vanessa says Brooke and Rich was so boring to me today. Yeah, exactly. Janet said the same thing. I mean, they didn't really do much of anything. They just sat there. They was in the plane. They drove around in this shitty looking car. That was about it. Let's everyone say what's up to Vanessa Reynolds. And it says, you know, here's the thing, Ed. I not too much on Rich. Here's the thing, as somebody said that Trina's allowed to change her mind, right? And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But my whole thing is like the thing is, as she came there first time when she was talking to Laura and said, you know, it's very disrespectful for me and Spencer for you to be sitting there advocating for Heather. And now she's all like, well, you know, listen, she was a victim too. So if the justice, you know, goes in her favor, then I'm going to be okay with it. It's like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? Yes, let's everyone say what's up to Valerie. Now, the Crow said John Cage, his obsession with Sunny borders on psychotic. I like John. I like John Cage. I'm glad she didn't, Jess. I'm glad she didn't, but no, I'm not even gonna sit there and say it. We already had this conversation before you got here. I'm not even gonna bring that back up. Like, I'm not even gonna bring that back up. I really want to bring that back up, but I think if shit goes kind of sideways, or or that conversation goes tits up, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. But I'm glad she did it. But the thing is, while she didn't, okay, so she didn't cover for Ava, but she didn't outright snitch on her either. All she said was, "Hey, listen, that's Ava's room. Bring it back up." Okay, Queen. Somebody was in there saying that Trina snitched on Ava. You know, showed no loyalty or anything like that towards Ava. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It actually came out. I didn't know it actually came out, Darby. No, I didn't. I didn't see it yet. Shit, I got a lot to catch up. I got a lot to catch up to. Exactly, DC. She is the Diane Jenkins of the chat. DC said Trina definitely snitched, and it was Jack. What? Just said she did snitch. She told Dante she saw Ava up there and pulled the curtains. But here's the thing, though. Oh no, Darby, I got Prime. So at some point, I will definitely watch it. What's good, Jonathan? Okay, Jess and DC, she did not snitch. What's good, Jonathan? And I'm gonna get to people's comments in a second. Um, Sean says, "Albert, you're right. Trina character gets no respect from GH. Writing's gotten worse since the yeah." And I agree with that, Sean. Ever since Spencer left, they rarely show Trina. They don't show Trina. It's like yeah. I agree with you, that Sean. Trina didn't snitch. Okay, Trina told the truth. They were gonna ask everyone in that room, what did they see? Why would Trina sit there and lie? And she didn't sit there. And here's the thing: how did she snitch? She didn't sit there and say, "Oh, I saw Ava push Kristina out the window." All she said was, "Hey, listen, I saw Ava. She pulled up the curtains." Just as she did, but I'm fine with it. I'm surprised no one else noticed Ava. Casey said Trina told Jocelyn of all people, like, Jocelyn hates Ava and her mother hates even more. And frankly, Ava didn't ain't wrong for sleeping with Agent K. Sonny has dated. I mean, yeah. Pat says Sonny and Lois saying today I wanted the writers to provide flashbacks of certificates with Sonny involved in Lois' company, L&B from the past. I sat there, I was kind of annoyed with that because I was like, if he said that it was legit money, it's legit money. Okay, I want to sit there and see the taxes. Okay, well, I'll sit there and send it to my accountant. No, don't sit there and stonewall with that. I was like, Lois, stop acting like a damn Karen. Okay, you're already being annoying and you are being in some sort of way kind of disrespectful. If he said, and the thing is, you called him Uncle Sonny for years. You allowed Sonny to be at your daughter's wedding knowing that there was a target on his damn back. So don't sit there and start asking, oh, is the money legit? If the money's not legit, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Sonny is involved. That should be a problematic enough, regardless if it's good money or bad money. Exactly. And just exactly. And I'm sitting there because he was like, okay, well, you can leave. And she just stood there. I was like, well, are you deaf? Like, why is your feet not moving? I don't understand this. I mean, it matters, but okay. It matters, but it doesn't matter because, like, at the end of the day, um, I think truth of the matter is that I mean, truth of the matter is, truth of the matter is, Sonny's involved. So no matter if it's good or bad. Johnson says I read something crazy in the comments with Kyrie stream that Everett isn't coming back because Blake returning as if. Oh, I don't know about that. That is crazy. But he is gone though. He is gone. Um, I mean, I get it, but again, if he says that it's legit, it's legit. You sit there talking about, well, let me see the books, let me see this, let me see that. It's like, well, you don't trust me? I've been her Uncle Sonny for years. You want to sit there and say you don't trust me? Okay, fine, whatever. That's kind of insulting. Let me give you my account. No, don't pass me off to somebody else. Well, if you don't take your ass somewhere else, um, and you know what? Alexis kind of annoyed me a little today when she started getting loud at Jocelyn. Ron says, "When is you and Connie announcing?" I don't know. Ron, call Dan how? How about that? Connie's annoying. I'm gonna be honest, Ron. I don't understand why you sit there trying to ship me with some annoying ass chick. Um, while she's very smart and clever, she's also super annoying. I think that's kind of her bad. She did. She did, Jess. She was cool hand Luke. I really sat there was like, wow, I guess you actually do. I was just surprised. I was like, whoa, is Josh Nasty doing her job today? Because usually she just kind of talks with Gio and she just, makes out with Dex. And I'm just like, don't you got like lifeguarding stuff to do? But today she was actually on point. So when yeah, Lashanta, he was a Karen. And he kind of came across as a damn cuck, to be honest. Bullshit. His actions, his fight have always. She is. Carries. I mean, okay, Ron. That says Dave's dropped the ball with every storyline, with him being the first god to have the ID storyline and properly fleshing out his story before killing him because he had more to tell. Yeah, I can see it could be a misstep. Uh, yeah, Alexa's all like, what the hell happened to her? And I sat there, I was like, Alexis, if you don't calm your ass down, I was like, first of all, you need to lower your goddamn tone. I was like, at least, I was like, I was like, lower your goddamn tone. Okay, because Jocelyn saved Christina's life. And Jocelyn could have easily been Petty Betty, like I said in my review. So I was like, you better lower your goddamn tone. She did thank her later on, but Carrie says, you know who else is. She is. But Carrie, you know who else is annoying though too? Will Spencer. Will Spencer's annoying as well. The girl says, Albert, am I wrong about noticing that every time Jason takes someone out since his turn as Jason Morgan is more bodyguard than outright hitman for the mob? That every time Jason takes someone out since his turn as Jason Morgan, I don't even understand. Like, I don't understand the question. I will get to your question in 1 second, Ron. Darby. The crow says, am I wrong about noticing that every time Jason takes someone out since his turn as Jason Morgan is more bodyguard than outright hitman? Like, like he never fires first in his gun in a gunfight? I guess so. I guess that's an accurate assessment on the crow. Curry says, absolutely, I'm surprised you dislike him though, giving his real life son of your hero. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that, Gary's. Um, Darby says, "What's wrong with TJ defending his rights as a parent operator? Is TJ going right? Is TJ's right to prove Kristina unworthy as a parent?" Okay, I'm gonna get to that question in 1 second. Heratina? Johnson says, "We remember Blake was seen taking part in the 5,000 episode Days of Our Lives, so he'll be back in one form or another." I don't know. I don't see it happening, Jonathan. I'm gonna be honest. Well, first of all, thank you, Jonathan. I think that's kind of wishful thinking, though. I think that's kind of wishful thinking because you thought that he was still going to be alive until they really announced that he was actually um that's 3 months away. He may come back as like Nick Fallon or something like that, like in some sort of memory, whatever, with Gabby. But not like I don't think he's coming back though. Like I think they actually killed off his character for good. So this is other is Jay's trying to make Johnson a hero while Trina gossip and snitch. I don't see it that way. I don't see it as because honestly, tell you the truth, Jocelyn. Well, just said that's not even the same. Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't think they're trying to make Trina look like a snitch. I think Trina is questioning her relationship with April. That's not being a snitch. That's literally something telling the police something that um they were gonna find out anyway. So that's not her being a snitch and a gossip or whatever. I don't know, John. I don't see it that way. I I guess so, Jonathan. Well, that's actually I don't know. It says he's still on contract, but it seemed like they made an official. It seemed like they made an official story. Well, it seemed like he made like an official statement saying that he's not on the show anymore. According to Soaps in Depth, Soaps in Depth pretty much kind of confirmed that he's not on the show anymore. Now, Cat Lady says, Albert, you're outnumbered. Trina's a snitch. Just give it up because she's not a snitch. And I'll just tell you, too, here's the thing, Cat Lady. I don't care if there's 4 people that said that or if there's 40 people in the chat that said that. You think because 40 people in the chat says something that I'm just going to sit there and just go along with it? Come on, baby girl, you know me better than that. Okay. And I was going to. Where's Jonathan? And what's good, J Blue? Okay. Let me get to Darby's comment for a minute. Thank you, LaShanta. She told the truth. That's not being a snitch. Um, all she said was that was Ava's room. How is that like? Okay, now no, we're gonna go back to his comment. Darby said, "What's wrong with TJ defending his rights as a parent? He's going about it in the most dickish way possible." Darby says, "For someone like Ava, POV Trina snitched on her, even if Trina told the truth." Sure, if you want to sit there and say it, that's fine. To me, that's not snitching. That's telling the truth. Okay, John. Let me go and read the comment again. I mean, listen, if he's still in the show, then that's cool, I guess. I don't know how they would sit there and bring him back. I think it would be kind of stupid for them to just bring him back in like another, like if he's still in contract. You know what? Maybe it's possible. I don't know. Maybe it's possible. I'm gonna be honest. This character is not even worth that much thinking about. Even when he so-called got killed off, I didn't really care that much. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. But let me try to find that comment anyway. Okay. Jesus Christ. Let me go back to the other comment. You said something. There we go. Oh, um, Terry says I just love Chat Fridays. I just love Quiet Guy 1-800 not snitch. Okay. Here's that comment. Actually, Soaps and Depth. Soaps and Depth. W says sometimes you have to be an ick to get through to someone's hard head. But here's the thing, though. You don't. Here's the thing. You don't sit there and try to fight for someone by simply calling their mother a coward. How is that fighting for his child by putting his mother in a very compromising position? His mother, his mother-in-law, literally said, "I can't sit there and get in the middle of this because either way, I will be snitched betraying one daughter or the other." So you're not. Yeah, I understand what you're saying to some extent, but at the end of the day, he's still wrong. Find another way to go about it, and other than that, you're trying to use her. She says she wants to be left out of it. Leave her the fuck out of it. Okay, you don't sit there and start calling her. And I'll actually tell you the truth again. How dare? Have a night time again. How dare he sits there and call anybody a coward when he's probably the biggest cuck that I've seen on any soap opera. He must have seriously lost his goddamn mind that day. You think you're gonna sit there and get through to her by sitting there calling her a coward when she literally told you the reasons why she can't get involved? Nah, bro. He's going about it in a very dickish way. And it says, Albert, all I know is that better be Abigail in that room on Monday. I think it will be. I gotta watch the previews. I didn't get a chance to watch the goddamn previews. Well, I did once, but he definitely was doing too much. Yes. It was stupid, Jonathan. She should have just told the truth. Her telling the truth was better than the lie that she chose. Chelsea said Trina being a snitch, Spencer wouldn't like that. Darby says sometimes you do what you do, Albert, to get what you want, and what TJ wants is the safety of the shop. And you need to go about it in a different way. You hate TJ, period. Actually, no, I don't, Darby. I don't actually hate TJ. In what universe did I come across as hating TJ? I said I understood where he was coming from in the sense that he's thinking like a father. But at the end of the day, he's still wrong. Um, so no, I don't hate. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, it literally says ABC depths, soaps and depths, where it says Blake says goodbye to Days. Like he literally did an interview snitcher saying goodbye to Days. So I don't know what kind of contract he's supposed to be on, but kind of almost I almost felt like I had to curse somebody out too in the comment section. But no, it literally sits there and says Blake says goodbye to his character. So why would he sit there and say goodbye to his character if he's still on contract? That would literally sit there and conflate with him being on him being on contract. I would have got to your comment sooner, Jonathan, but there's like 32 people in the chat, so I'm going to miss comments. Um, Darby said you personally call him names, you call him a dick. What is the connection of trying to be a responsible parent and you're a dick? I call a lot of characters dicks. I mean, I call a lot of characters names. I call Carly stupid. I've called Sonny a semi damn near pedo. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and attack characters. I'm gonna sit there and call characters names. But regardless, um, he's still wrong. I mean, that's the thing. I think you're missing the point. The shot this is about who setting Poppy up. Yeah, we could talk for a little bit, Jonathan. I'll put the thing in the chat so you can come up for a minute. 1 second. Actually, I'll send it to your email address. I'm not ignoring anyone, I promise. God damn a second, brother. Well, Lashanta said, who is setting Poppy up? Could be Justin. Lashanta, it could easily be Justin. The dude looks super guilty. So I won't put it past him. I mean, why is he back in town? Jonathan, I sent you the email. Why would he be back in town? You know, Darby, they made Penguin a goddamn woman. Unrelated topic. They made Penguin a woman. Um, Lashanta said Lee, Jack, or Justin. I mean, I don't see how that's snitching. I don't understand how that's snitching. I don't get it. I don't see how that's snitching. I mean, all she did is sit there and say, "Hey, listen, Ava's room now is upstairs." And honestly, tell you the truth, Dante would have got it out of the way. So what did she really do? But okay, that's so not even important, really. Um, I mean, that could be a possibility, Prince. Nobody is setting Poppy up. She killed him because she does not want the truth to come out. It's a possibility. Thank you, Susan. Jesus Christ, thank you. God damn, I feel like I need another drink at this point. Susan says snitching is what Dex did to Sunny with Anna. Exactly. I don't really understand how that. Anyway, I actually even sat there and entertained that shit as long as I did. Oh yeah, like I said, not Spencer. Will's a dick. Will Spencer on B&B. Hope is continuing to sit there and be the homewrecker that I've come to know and can't stand. See, the thing about Hope is that she's very self-centered. She is a very, very, very self-centered woman. Well, your line isn't working. It's crap. It's garbage. And nobody cares anymore. Okay? Numbers don't lie. People keep sitting there saying that it's personal. I've been sitting there saying it all night, Jerry ice cream. Like maybe I need to sit there and find a way to say it in a different language. Um, and again, that didn't even make any sense. That didn't even make any sense. It was like, so you chose to sit there and jump out of like a 2-story, 3-story window when you could have simply hit in the bathroom. How small is that bathroom? What do you breathe heavy? You breathe loud or something? I don't understand that. Susan says snitching and a witness statement are two different things. Well, apparently, it's Uh, yeah, that's true. Lashanta, of course, I think that Christina should have sat there and, like just said, sit her pregnoid ass down. Jonathan was good.
Hey, how are you doing?
Was good, my friend.
Hey. All right. So I'm gonna explain about the Blake Bear situation and all.
Give me
All
one
right.
second. Let me turn off this AC this way I can hear you.
Oh yeah, go ahead. All right.
All right, what's up?
Okay. So usually when articles post certain actors leaving a certain show, like it's usually because the character was taken off in some way. But those articles don't usually come directly from the actors themselves. So it like because it says Blake Barris it says goodbye because it looks like he's leaving. It looks like he said goodbye, and and based on the episode, and it's because like they usually put out episodes like that when the character like leaves in some sort of way, like either when they die or if they leave town or something like that. But that usually but that usually doesn't like come from the character like itself, like the statement you read like on the soap opera digest, I believe was that the website.
Yeah, something like that. Soap opera in depth. Yeah.
Yeah, soaps and dad. But the article you read wasn't a statement from Blake himself. It was like the basically explaining like it looks like he's off the show because Everett died. But there are other articles that like at least one other article that says like 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 even though Blake and talking about like the situation with the character Everett and Bobby, but that article mentions that even though Everett and Bobby may be gone, don't expect Blake Paris to leave anytime soon. And based on that, I looked up the cast page for Days of Our Lives. It still lists Blake on the cast because usually when characters like do make an exit, and if it is like an actual exit, they would like take them off the list. But because he's still on the list and he's still listed as a contract player, it means like this may not be the end. Like there could be some like crazy twist that where Everett comes back or something like that, or he comes back in some way. So we don't actually know that this is the end of his run. Like he could potentially come back in some sort of weird twisted way. Yeah. So
Okay. All right. No, that's good because then I'll sit there and be like, all right, well, he's going, and then he comes back, and then I just sit there and look like Boo Boo the Fool. So okay.
yeah, and also like Everett may not be the only one who comes back. Like because like I said, like Blake was seen in the 500 15,000 episode photo, but you know who else was in that photo? The actor who plays Lee Shin, and like that episode that's going to be months away, like all the way into the fall, like around the time they have Doug's funeral. So what if like this whole thing could be, there could be some kind of twist where both of them come back alive, much to Connie's surprise in some way, and I don't know, someone else like got to them first, or maybe somebody from Connie's past or something, I don't know, somebody probably found them and like help revive them. I mean the most likely suspect is Dr. Rolf in some way, but that's also a possibility.
Okay. All right. I didn't. I think maybe also I'm gonna be honest. I probably didn't sit there and think of all the different possible ways that he could come back.
Yeah.
Mostly because even when he died or whatever that day, I was kind of just like, oh, okay.
I think like that's the thing. I think maybe the whole death scene was pretty lackluster because this is because it wasn't an actual permanent death scene. It was just a death scene for now, but into some twist, he ends up coming back. Like I actually read somewhere where somebody mentioned that. Well, it was actually one of the soap sites that mentioned this, that like that Everett may actually end up surviving the overdose, but it only ended up killing Bobby, and he no longer has the Bobby alter anymore.
Oh wow.
But he doesn't. But he doesn't remember, or the memories of Bobby start coming in bits and pieces, and then he'll be able to like expose Connie or something like that. Or it's possible, or it's possible. The way I'm thinking is that like Bobby knew that something may end up happening, so he wrote a letter ahead of time to Everett in the event that he goes away permanently, and then Everett has to deal with everything on his own.
Hmm. Okay, that would be clever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they can sit there and pull that off. I mean, my
Yeah.
whole thing is like, I don't hate Everett. Like, I was actually really happy when the actor came back
Oh yeah, I get
because,
it.
so like, I was actually really happy when the character came back. Like the whole Bobby and Everett thing. After a while, I was just a little kind of like, all right, can we just find a way to sit there and just fix him? Um, so hopefully they actually do that. But no, that's actually good to know. That's
Yeah.
actually good to know.
Yeah, and I
But
think that.
I wanna sit there and ask you I wanna sit there and ask you a question though.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you think of the character Connie?
She's she's a Looney Tune. So she's
Like that.
yeah. She's nuts. What is she doing? She claims she loves Leiston, and but she stabs him, and she says, "Oh, but it's all Gabby's fault. It's all the staffing's fault. They need to pay. But you killed the man. You killed the man, not them. They screwed him
Yeah.
over, but you murdered him. So
I mean, my whole thing is like when Jan Spears is on, she was kind of annoying, but she wasn't as annoying as Connie.
yeah." The thing is, the actress who plays Connie was actually a fan of the show, and
I can
I
see
think
that.
she won some sort of contest where she scored a role on the show, and and eventually turned into this.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that happened on GH during that awful episode where they did that little Hollywood thing. They had some woman and she came on the show and she was like interviewing people. I don't know if you remember that episode. This was the nurses ball, like before the
Yeah.
nurses ball. I don't know if you remember that. Like
Yeah.
I heard that woman was actual fan of the show.
Okay.
So I guess on some level that's cool for the actress. And I don't think the character is god awful
Yeah.
because she has been very smart and clever in the way that she's been taking people out. So I can
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Although I do find it a little kind of convenient. Like you ever notice that she always happens to be right at that point when somebody is not there talking out loud about any specific thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
And the thing I've learned about soap operas is not everything is always as they appear to be. So like they could be gone, like Lee and Everett, they could be gone for now, but in a like a old soap opera fashion twist, it turns out it could turn out that they could very much be alive, and Connie will be so shocked, and she'll probably be thinking like she thought of everything, she just strategically, and then but she made some kind of misstep that she doesn't realize, and one person mentioned that I don't know how likely it is, but one person mentioned that like Everett's dad could be could be some kind of undercover assignment. He's working with the Gata and police to lure out Connie. I don't know how possible that is.
I I mean it would be cool. I think sometimes like I don't know if Days can actually pull that off. It's like when you come up with certain theories and stuff like that. I was like, man, that's really cool. But I was like, I think that may be a little bit above their capacity.
Yeah,
Darby said, "What's so special about Sean that makes Jan Spears do what she did?" I think didn't it have something to do with the fact that she got R word and like Sean was there, like stepped up for her and everything like that. From what I understand.
Well, I don't remember if he was there for that story. I think maybe it was more to do because of how her mom was to her, like how her mom mistreated her like back in the day when they were in high school, and Sean was there for her, basically the one person that showed kindness to her and really cared for her. But then again, was so into it that she became obsessed with him.
Okay, yeah, I gotta look into. I think that might be it. I know she did something where she helped out, or she was pregnant. I
Yeah,
heard she was. Yeah, she
yeah,
was pregnant by somebody, and like
Nichols.
he stepped up. Yeah, exactly. He stepped up to sit there and be like the father, whatever. Even though he wasn't, like he really helped her out. So I don't think
Yeah,
it was so much of just him and his looks and stuff like that. I think he really tried to step up for her.
yeah. I think what
Um,
happened was after Nicole's father violated her. Like she came to Salem pregnant, and I think maybe Sean was there for her to help her out with the pregnancy, and of course her mother giving her grief and everything. Like I don't remember I don't know all that much about that story because that was like way before I started watching the show. But I've seen clips and read up on it and know that to an extent that's part of what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. And it says how will Ava get out of this mess? She's in Sunny's medication, the custody battle, sleeping with John, and now Christina not looking good for Ava. Yeah. Do you see any way of her getting out of this? Because I mean, that's kind of a lot. Somebody sat there and said that they're writing Ava off the show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You look at all that. It's
I,
like
I have seen so many rumors about that. I don't know. I don't think that's possibly true unless we get an
I,
official word on it.
I don't think it is. But like, I mean, how would
Yeah,
she even get out of that though?
yeah. Well, she. Here's the thing. I think she'll probably get out of her that situation, but I think at this point she's not going to win custody of Avery. Like after all of this gets revealed, like there's no way she'll like get custody. I mean, like I don't know if they'll do the joint custody again, or if Sonny will continue to have custody, or if Ava will possibly get some jail time or whatever. I don't know, but she's there's no way she can win after all of this if all of this comes out, especially with the whole Kristina thing. Like she I know like Ava didn't intend for Kristina to fall, but she did give Kristina a slight push. But unfortunately, because of the bag, the bag caused her to trip and fall out of the window.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's not like Sonny's going to sit there and just be like, "Oh, well, it was an accident." But see, that's the thing, though, Darby. Darby says, "Come on, I mean, Sean was basically vanilla." But here's the thing, though,
Yeah.
vanilla or not, if you're in a bad situation and somebody shows you an ounce of kindness and an ounce of humanity, I think that's what it really takes.
Yeah.
You can be
But
the most boringest. You could be the most boringest person in the world, but if somebody's really down, and I
you
mean
know,
like really down, you
you
show
know,
them an ounce of humanity.
yeah, in defense of Sean, like he wasn't always boring. Like he had a lot of good moments. Like the one of the biggest moments, used to see Sean in is that on the episode, like that was years ago, but the episode where Belle and Philip were marrying their wedding day, and they were like tying the knot. But then Sean comes crashing through the church window with him riding on a motorcycle, and like glass falls on all over Belle, and then like the chandelier falls on Philip, and then he like crashes, and like they're all, basically the three of them are injured, and people in the church are like panicking. Like that was a tense moment on Days.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
No, DC, that's Jonathan. Um, yeah, I'm a.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that though. We're gonna talk about
Yeah.
it. Anything you want to sit there? Well, thank you for explaining that to me, though. 'Cause I didn't want to sit there and look like Boo the Fool. Anything you want to sit there and
No
say before
problem.
you
Oh, no problem.
No, no,
uh
you know me. I always sit there and appreciate you for always
yeah.
looking out. And
Yeah.
Try not to make me look too foolish up in these chats. What's good, Floyd?
Oh no,
Anything
no.
else to say?
Oh no, no. Well. First off, I never said you were wrong about anything. Yeah, all I'm saying is like, like, don't count Blake Barris out yet, because like even though like for now it appears that that Everett is dead, but later on we could something else could come out that could reveal an entirely different situation of what's happening. So you never know. Oh, hey, hi DC, how are you doing? Yeah. So so yeah, like I said, because it's a soap opera, and they always tend to surprise us. Like I remember like years ago on One Life to Live, when it was about to end, like towards the end, like Victor Lord Jr., Trevor St. John's character who played Todd, he was shot and appeared to have died, but on the very last episode of the ABC version, he appeared to be he showed up alive. And
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Damn. Okay. All right. You know what? Thank you. That gives me some food for thought when I go back into doing these reviews and stuff like that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
So I would say, unless you get an official word from the actors or themselves, and if you and if you see their name off of the credits, like then like if you don't see any of that, then then don't be too sure as of yet. Just like wait for things to play out a little bit, and then like see where it goes from there. So
it. All right.
that's basically all I would say.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you.
Oh, no
Always
problem.
appreciate you, Jonathan. That's why you're my guy. So
No,
thank
no
you.
problem. It's good to be a soap fan.
Yes, and it's good to have you on my side.
Yeah, and and I think you mentioned in this, or somebody mentioned this, but they are a lot like comic books, really, superhero comic books, really.
Yeah, especially Days. I could sit there and see Days being very, very comic bookish.
Exactly. You got your Lex Luthor types, and you got some Batman types, uh, and yeah, basically everyone in between. So yeah. So
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming through tonight, man. Always appreciate you. The chat always loves when you come through. So thank you for
absolutely,
coming through.
I love coming here, and we'll definitely do one of these again sometime.
We got to do another video at some point again soon. So
Yeah.
we keep you in mind. All right.
And speaking of which, you know the new Batman Cape Crusader series is out now.
I didn't. Isn't also what's that name? The Umbrella Academy, is that out too?
I think so. I haven't. I am so far behind in that show. Like I need to catch up. Like
I still gotta watch Cobra Kai. I'm still like on episode like 3 of Cobra Kai. So like,
yeah, exactly. Like for Cobra Kai, I've only watched the first episode, but I should have watched more because I feel like I'm missing missed out on such a good show. And I feel like I need to watch the Karate Kid movies first before I actually watch the show.
yeah, I gotta do that too. Now, Cherry Ice Cream says, Albert, can you please tell me how do you go about adding more time to your membership? It's actually tell you the truth. Cherry Ice Cream is in the pin comment. It's in the pin comment. So just click onto the pin comment, and then you can just become a member. So yeah, that's actually all you gotta do is because you're already good. So just click onto the pin comment. It's somewhere. It's actually in the pin comment, so you can't miss it. If you have any questions, just ask me. Or ask my guy Jonathan. He's actually pretty smart. So
All right, so I guess I'll head back to the chat, and we'll talk more about I guess the other soaps.
yes, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you.
All right, you take care.
All right, you too.
All right.
But yeah, no, it's actually in the pin comment though. Dolometics was good. Dolometics. Of course, Cherry Ice Cream, of course. Love having you. God damn, it's hot. It is hot as shit. Um, yeah, I noticed that you didn't have your Dragon Ball Z star on there. Let me know on the serious note. I mean, this is exactly why I love doing what I do because even if I don't know something, it usually somebody else in the chat or somebody else in the comment section knows. So this way I don't be going out there looking like Booba the Fool. So that's good. Again, shout out to my guy Jonathan for looking out. Um, this thing is a woman. So it's so weird. I mean, dog, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it. Is all the episodes on there, or is it just like they just doing like the first four or something? I know I gotta watch it at some point. Where's my goddamn music at? That's actually really sad. I should have probably ended it like 9:30, but I really enjoy doing these live streams. So we gonna keep going to like 10 or something. Wow. Sierra's in the chat. Okay, Dolomites. Okay, it's the full season. Wow. God, God damn. Yes, appreciate you. It's good to have you. It's good to have you, Sierra. Oh my God dang it. And Tracy Steves. What's good, Tracy Steves? Happy Friday, love. Hope all is well with you. Exactly. Happy Friday. And I'm actually glad that these are working. It wasn't working yesterday. Just one of them was working. That was actually kind of annoying. It's actually funny, Jonathan. I do think that Katie's doing too much, but as an audience member, we know that Poppy is kind of shady. But I'll tell you this much, though, Jonathan. Um, Will, that dude is annoying as shit. That dude is annoying as hell. Thank you, Tracy. Yes, countdown to the birthday. Oh shit! I knew I forgot to do something. Thank you, Tracy. I got to sit there and take that day off. I am not working on my birthday. Oh my goodness! Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, Tracy. Debbie says all the episodes are on Max and some of them are being released weekly. Debbie, did you just sit there and say that they're being released weekly on Prime? What's good, Island? Excuse me. Yeah, it's just okay. Okay, so they actually so don't like they actually do. My whole thing, Jonathan, I think he's a little bit too old to be sitting there trying to want his parents to get back together. And I don't like the fact that he's trying to make it seem like Bill is replacing Katie with Poppy. What's good, Island? Um, because I'm like, that's not the situation. But you coming in and acting like that. Floyd said, "Why do you think? What do you think is going to happen to Ava?" I think she's gonna. I think she's gonna go to jail for a little bit. Floyd. I think she's gonna go to jail for a little bit. Maybe not long term, but she's gonna go to jail for a little bit though. Because she got too much going against her, Floyd. Between tampering with Sonny's medication and the whole thing with Kristina. Thank you, Darby. Will needs to get a goddamn life. Island says, feeling under the weather, allergies. Oh, I hate allergies, Island. I think I got them later on in life, so. But I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. No, Floyd, it's just like there's too much stacked against her. That's not the same thing, Darby, because I know the dude's like probably 18 or something like that. So I'm like, bro, just like stay out of grown folks' business. Johnson says there are too many young characters on soaps who want their parents to be together. Yes, and a problem. Yes, there we go. And yes, Jonathan and Delmex agrees with you. It's weird, Tracy, because I didn't have it as a kid, so I thought, okay, cool, I'm good. I thought because I didn't have it as a kid. Lorby says, I agree, Will is too much. Especially in the first time, Lorby. Like, here's the thing, you come in your dad's room, and you know that he has a new woman in his life. You don't think they're not going to be having a little loving in the afternoon? And then you go in there, and then you get all pissed, off. And then you sit there and tell your mom, oh, well, who do those people think that they are, so that they're, invading our houses? I'm like, bro, if you don't get your entitled ass up and out this damn show, first of all, well, how long have you actually lived here? There's other people that live there now. And I'll actually tell you the truth, as far as you know, Luna is his daughter. And Luna has just as much right to sit there and live in that house as much as you do. What are you, 12 years old? Like, grow up. This sucks. Plus, I have a sore throat because I'm in. Oh, I know, Ireland. I know exactly what that's like. Um, I used to get that all the time, even before I started doing YouTube, and it sucked. Um, and that's the thing. Sometimes if you see me getting sick or whatever, sometimes it is allergies. And then you know what I'll do, Ireland? I'll sit there and take Benadryl. The problem with Benadryl is it makes you super sleepy. And so now I'm coming on these streams and I'm tired as hell. I'm all stuffed up, or either that, or I'm like very sleepy and low energy. Have a night, Laura B. Johnson says if Ava goes to jail, imagine the same that what she would do with Heather Weber. Jess says, why are you always sick? Because I work in retail, and unfortunately, when you work in retail, you work with people that sometimes are gross, for lack of a better word, Jess. Seriously, that's the truth, Jess. When you work in retail, you work around gross ass people. It's so goddamn annoying. And that's honestly tell you the truth, that's why I wear my mask. That's why I'm always going to wear my mask when I'm at work. And that's the thing, Jess. You know, it just really pisses me off though. When people sit there and say, why are you wearing your mask? I'm like, because you're gross, that's why. I'm wearing my mask because you're fucking disgusting. Just says your immune system is down bad. Yeah, I guess so. Johnson says I used to work in retail. Yeah, it sucks, but I get paid decently. So it's like it kind of evens out a little bit. Like what I do, I don't. Uh, I work a pretty decent job, so that's the upside to it. Darius says I once walked near my dad and his girlfriend naked on my middle school graduation day. Actually, no, Jess. It shouldn't even be. It should be poor Darby. You should be, Jess. You should be sitting there saying, "I'm sorry you had to go through that." Johnson says it consumed so much of my life, I had to get out of it because it wasn't good for my dad. Oh, I don't blame you. I do not blame you, Jonathan. 100%. Tracy says, "Will you work in retail or customer service? You come across a lot of people and exchange a lot of germs." Yes, I'm trying to be nice about it, Tracy, but yeah, it's definitely not fun. Gomez says working with the public will keep you sick. It was one of the main reasons who one of the main people who wore a mask at my job and was one of the few people that didn't get sick. Yep. Like I said, the Olympics, when people sit there and ask me, why are you wearing a mask for? I'm like, because you're gross. Because I sit there and deal with sick, dirty ass people every day. That's why I'm wearing a mask. Why is it any of your goddamn business? Like, seriously. Johnson says the worst part about working retail is dealing with rude customers. It is. It definitely is. You know the worst part about that, Jonathan? It just takes one person. You can have a very chill day. It just takes one person to mess it up. Okay, let's be honest. It just takes one person to fuck it up. Just takes one. Just takes one person, and your day just goes downhill at that point. And like you said, Jonathan, it starts to mess with your mental health. There's definitely a bunch of inconsiderate people you have to encounter. They don't care how they spread their dirt. Of course not, Cherry Ice because they cough in front of you, they sneeze in front of you. They will sit there and sneeze in their hands and then start handing you money. And I'm like, wait, you just sneezed on your hands and you're giving me money. Are you serious right now? Like, did you really just sit there? You're literally voluntarily passing germs to me. Oh, trust me, Cherry Ice I can sit there and tell you some stories too. See, I will sit there and say this much, Cherry Ice Cream. When I worked at Barnes Nobles, I dealt with very bougie people. I dealt with very rich, upper class pricks. When you work at a supermarket job, you get all sorts of assholes. So it's like I don't even know. I think working at Barnes Nobles is better because at least I knew that I was dealing with some bougie ass rich pricks. I mean, it isn't, Jonathan. I've seen people do it though. I've seen people literally just cough without covering their mouths. Darby says, do you know how many people use supermarket bathrooms continue to shop without washing their hands? Albert, these people buy food without. Yeah, that's. You know what, Darby? I'll sit there and tell you some stories. Oh, yeah, you're not a member anymore. Um, well, there's some stories I could sit there and tell you that. Hmm. Island says, say my coworker's daughter was coughing and throwing up in the office beside me. I'm like, germs can be spread through the air. Yeah, that's true. They are. That's why. That's why I use the employees one. These cases, I feel like Barnes Nobles is a young and hipster crowd. It is, but it depends on where you are. Though. Like I said, I worked in a very rich neighborhood. You know, JC, I wasn't into. We'll sit there and say the virus happened. And I'm not a huge germaphobe either, but I'm also don't like dealing with gross ass people. Just as imagine taking a train every day too. Ooh. And see, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Jess takes the train. She takes the New York City train, which is like the. To be honest, sometimes when I sit there and take a Jess, sometimes I'm just like, man, I hope she's okay because besides the fact that Jess takes the train and she has to deal with a bunch of gross ass people. But that's the thing, though, Jess. Besides the fact that you gotta sit there and deal with a bunch of gross ass people, you also have to sit there and deal with a bunch of dangerous ass people. So, Jess is in danger of, you know, catching something or worse. DC says, I once went on a date who was a huge germaphobe, and I was so annoyed. And I was so annoyed. He was cute though. Well, how much of a germaphobe was he? I mean, like, I feel like there's a certain level of acceptance though. Darby said there are a mix of young and old. There are, Darby, but I'm saying like where I worked, there was a lot of bougie people. You know, so your experience, you become a germaphobe, and you deal with a lot of people who are just blatantly inconsistent. Thank you, cherry ice cream. Literally, that's. Well, did you actually click on the Did you actually click on the pin comment? Did you just click on the pin comment? But yes, I agree with that. DC says not bougie, I mean bougie. They are, but like I said, my issue is just dealing with gross people. But I mean, there's been times I had to sit there and deal with rude people, and I had to sit there and be like, "Yo, listen, you're not gonna talk to me like that." Like I used to be, I before I started doing this whole YouTube thing, I used to be more intimidated when rude customers come at me. And I don't know, I think something just either snapped in me or I've been working so long that I just don't give a shit. Um, Darby says, how big was your Barnes Noble? Which is store must have been big since it was in New York City. Actually, it was big. That's true, it was big. Um, yeah, 2 stories. Yeah, 2 stories, yeah. So yeah, it was big. It was a big store. I mean, don't get me wrong, Darby, it was fun. There was times it was fun. It wasn't all bad. Like I met a lot of cool people. I met Susan Lucci before. I thought that was pretty cool. To this day, I actually thought that was. I still think that was pretty cool. And it wasn't just when she came there. No, I've never went. No, I've never went off on a customer. I've sat there and been like, "Hey, listen, just talk to me." Like there was one point where somebody was at to yell at me. I was like, "Why are you yelling for?" It was some old guy. I was like, "Why are you yelling?" And I think it's just he was just bad at math, and I had to sit and explain it to him. Then he was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, you would just sat there and just talk to me like a human being. You would just solve this shit already." I've never actually went off on someone, but I had to sit there and let them know that they're not going to sit there and be raising their voice at. That's right, Jonathan. I did. It was, and the thing is, Jonathan, the first time I met her, and that's the thing, DC and Jonathan. The first time I met her, she just came in as a regular customer. Like she did book signings before and stuff like that, where she had a line of people and stuff. Um, but I remember when she came in the first time, she was asking me, "It's like, oh, do you know where this book is at? Do you know where that book is at?" In my head, I'm just like talking to Susan Lucci. I'm talking to fucking Susan Lucci. Like it was just the most surreal thing. Because the thing is, we used to get in like celebrities and people all the time, like Guy and the food guy. I think his name is Guy something, and some other people. So we got celebrities in all the time. Oh, do y'all remember the actor that played or the singer that played Noah Drake, Patrick Drake's father? I met him before too. I think his name is Rick Springsteen or something like that. Oh, here we go. DC says if he really loves Susan Lucci on daytime, I actually didn't. He would have watched all my children, and then maybe it wouldn't have gotten canceled. But the thing is, I didn't love Susan Lucci like that. I just thought that she's an amazing person. Yes, thank you. Rick Springfield. Thank you, John Max. Yeah, and thank you, Jonathan. Yes, I met him in real life. Well, when I was working at the bookstore. See the other silent when above the chat. First email next to it. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. I said if I missed your comment. We got some good stuff this weekend. Also, Miss yes, Jerry. It's been Rick Springsteen. Rick Springsteen. He was cool. He was cool. He was cool people. Yeah. Yeah. I met you see, I mean, like I said, I met a lot of people. I met a lot of people because they came to my store to sit there and sign books and stuff like that. So um, it was fun. Island, like I said, Susan Lucci. Susan Lucci was probably the. I mean, they were all pretty chill. There was never anyone that was like assholes or rude or anything like that. Like hell, I even met Bill O'Reilly before. Not gonna get into that, but I met Bill O'Reilly before. But Susan Lucci, Susan Lucci was probably like the nicest person. BT says now he was really cool because Albert kept watching Jake, which is why it's still in the air. Yeah, I noticed that. But the thing is though, DC, if it was just up to me about keeping the show in the air, then maybe it wasn't that good to begin with. Because it shouldn't have just took me. But no, Susan Lucci was actually really cool though. So yeah, I'm actually done. DC says, "Oh no, he didn't." Oh yes, I did, DC. The hell I did. Well, at least Jess is off the hook tonight. Well, I shouldn't sit there and say that just yet. Because if I do get a hangover, X, Y, and Z, Jess knows the rest. DC says it wasn't enough. He got one like liver cancer, but to say it wasn't good enough, how could you, Albert? I thought you were a better man than that. I guess I'm not. Listen, I liked One Like to Live. It had one of my two favorite people on the show at the time, Todd and Colin. And then I grew up and realized that Todd was a god awful human being. So Jonathan, I looked at the previews, but I didn't watch it though. I didn't want to be spoiled. I didn't want to be spoiled, Jonathan. I really didn't want to be spoiled. So I didn't watch the previews. I want to see when it comes out because that's the thing, Jonathan. They don't know how to do previews right. I feel like a lot of times they show too much in their previews. Um, of course, it would never top the preview of Supergirl how they show too much in Black Lightning, how they show too much. Alan says, I haven't watched Superman and Lois since season 2. You didn't like it or you just didn't have time? DC said if there's a documentary on why to live, I'll make sure there's a segment on how I forgot the show. See, I'm be honest, Chad, when DC starts talking like this, it makes me wonder if he's actually drinking tonight. It it makes me wonder if he's actually drinking tonight. What you drinking? I know what I'm drinking. Which I may actually have to get more this weekend. I know what I'm drinking now. It is Jonathan, but it's also just like I feel like it's kind of the last of the Mohegan Suns in a way. Island says I heard the quality. It depends. I think once you're a fan and you're hooked, you're hooked. Sean says, no, I barely have, Sean, I barely have time to sit there and watch the shows that, not to sit there and say I'm not interested in the Olympics, but like, there's other shows that I'm trying to watch too. And plus, I watch all 4 soap operas, so it's very difficult to watch anything else outside of these 4 soap operas. Darby says, I know Albert Bostic, and I can tell you that Maurice Bostic is not that person anymore. Not 2 people? Because you just said Albert Bostic and Albert Maurice Bostic. Johnson says, I rewatched a couple of episodes of The Vampire Diaries. I love that show, Jonathan. I will always love that show. That show, the originals, um, just that whole era. Really, Jonathan, that's what it comes down to. Like I know some people said that the show was cringe, the acting was cringe, especially like Riverdale. But I even love Riverdale. You know, like there's never going to be another style or another era like that. You know, Supernatural and what else did they actually show that was like non superheroes? It was a great show, Jess. I wish you would have actually finished watching it. I wish you would have finished watching it, Jess. DC says Sonny can shoot up the whole town and Abu will say will be like Sonny is still my guy. I think that's kind of a stretch, but okay. Yeah, Jess, they were so hot that Ian Summerhall and Nina wound up hooking up and had to pay the price for it in the end. Ooh, okay. How you doing tonight, Tammy? What happens on season 6, Jess? I don't even remember. I don't want to spoil it for you, so I don't. You tell me what's going on. So that's why I don't spoil it for you. I'm not gonna do that. Spencer says season 1 of The Flash is great. Season 1 of Arrow is great. No, Spencer, there's a thing. Oh, they got rid of Catherine. Jess, why was season 5 the worst? I'm very curious. What happened in season 5? DC says what kind of stretch boundary the quicker picker up stretcher or I don't even remember what I said. That was a stretch. What happened in season 6? I don't want to spoil it for Jess. I just remember the last season and me being somewhat disappointed. Like I still ride with it to the end, but I was disappointed. Spencer says, what show are you talking about? What season? No, we're talking about the Vampire Diaries. Just as Catherine is gone, Elena is back to being boring, and the storyline has not been good. Interesting. Just I'll sit there and say this. Season 7 is actually really good, and then season 8 falls short. And it just makes you sit there and think they should have ended it on season 7 than season 8. Not saying season 8 was like trash, but for me personally, I just felt like they should have probably stopped on season 7. Have a night, DC. Thank you for joining. Island says the Vampire Diaries fell off me because the originals left. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. I like I can't even sit there and knock you for that. Sean says Supernatural was good show, especially 1 through 6. You didn't like the rest of it though? I mean, obviously not, but like what Sean, what didn't you like about the rest of the season that you just stopped watching it? Spencer says, okay, gotcha. By the way, I think GH as a whole lately just been so dumbed down. I remember back in the day when I was going out, when GH was great, Sonny was shooting people left and right. I mean, yeah, the glory days of GH and the Bob Guza days, which by the way, Bob Guza, from what I heard, is going to be on the gates. Um, so if they do any sort of shoot 'em up scene or anything like that, anything that involves action, Bob Guza got him covered. So I'm very, very, very happy about that. Oh, yes, it should be interesting, Jonathan. So I saw a snippet of Kyrie's live stream, right? And see the problem with this push, because people are not just saying that she pushed Kristina. Now, when I saw on Cat Lady's um, short, it looks like she grabs her really quickly and she pulls back. But then I saw it today, and it looks like she taps Ava. It looks like she taps Kristina on the shoulder. Like either way, it just I felt like that scene could have been shot so much more better than it was. Like actually, tell you the truth, after I get off this live stream, I'm gonna sit there and rewind that part again. Oh, I did actually love that character, Darby Crowley. Yeah, Darby. You know, my favorite one of my favorite episodes was when they was going through the different TV shows, um, and they went on a Japanese game show. That scene still lives in my head rent free. I do, Jonathan, because I think that they need to sit in and show the court case, Jonathan. So yeah, they need to show the court case. So yeah. So yeah, I think the baby's gonna survive. Spencer says either way, Albert Ava's going to pay for that, especially Sonny off his med. That's yeah. But see, this is Spencer. This is where those rumors came from. Like, there's been a lot of rumors that they're saying that Ava's not going to be on the show anymore, or Ava's leaving the show, and this is going to confirm those rumors. Season 5, episode 8 changed. Oh damn, damn, Jonathan, you are good. Season 5, episode 8. Yes, Nutcracker. So I'm gonna say. Um, Sean says they changed the pilot. The characters was not going after evil. They were going to completely destroy evil. Are you talking about Supernatural? The only thing that Supernatural kind of suffered from, in a sense, was their side quests. I mean, their side quests were important, but like, okay, we got to go after Lily. Okay, well, we can't find Lily, so we'll just hunt other monsters. Um, they do. I mean, granted, they did that in a lot of. Um, I like the CSI one the best, Jonathan. Um, they do a lot of side quests in a lot of the CW shows, but for Supernatural, it somewhat made sense. Like Arrow did that, Flash did that. Oh, well, we can't find so and so, so we'll fight whatever monster of the week. Like the monster of the week stuff really killed a lot of their CW shows. Darby says it looked like Kristina pulled back her hand too hard, Albert Ross tripping herself out that window. Yeah, that's what I saw from Cat Lady's short that she did. Because people think they're saying that she pushed her. But you see, that's the problem though, Darby. Well, I saw it one way. When I got to look at that video again, it almost looked as though she tapped her on the shoulder. But it wouldn't make any sense. I'm going to be honest, Darby, the fact that it doesn't look that clear is a problem. Harrison says, doing once again, I'm not doing something right. I just tried to renew 3 months through my cash app and does seem like it's going does seem like it does not seem like it's going through. That's so weird. I mean, Terry Ashton, is your card on file like for any Google accounts? Because it should go straight through it. Jonathan, any way that you could tell Cherry Ice Cream how to do the membership? Because I figure it would just be so easy if you just actually click on the pin comment. That's what it's telling Cherry Ice Cream about. I'm gonna have to really start looking into that. It should not be that hard. I don't understand. Like because I'm a member of Kyrie's live stream members, and all I had to do was sit there and click on the join button in any one of his videos, and it just does it. And John and Cherry Ice Cream that comments for you says, "Do you see the join button?" What's good, Danny R? Domax says Christina yanked her hand away too hard. Reminds me of Carly yanking her hand from AJ back in the day and going down the Q stairs. Okay, now Johnson says, I think it depends on what device you're watching the stream on. Yeah, exactly, because Tammy said there isn't a button to join. I was wondering too. Did you check Tammy, did you check the pin comment? Because all you gotta do is sit there and literally go to the pin comment and it comes up. Yeah, just click on the pin comments and see what happens. I would sit there and take another drink, but unfortunately, I do have to wake up somewhat early, and I don't want to hang up, and I don't want a hangover. Okay, now Cherry Skin says my Cash App is accepting the payment, but I do not see any additional membership showing up. Any thoughts now, Jonathan? Darby says when people say Ava grab for Christina, you can read it two ways. One way is to attack her, and the other way is to save her from harm. No, if that makes sense. I mean, it seemed like she grabbed her like they were talking, and Christina tried to like walk away, and Ava pretty much just like, "Well, come back here, don't walk away." But the problem is that the scene isn't really too clear. That's why everyone in the chat is so conflicted. Some people snit this saying, "Well, she got pushed." Other people snit this saying that she grabbed her and pulled away, and that's what caused her to trip. I loved it, Jonathan. Um, in a lot of ways, it was very Spider-Man, No Way Home. If that makes sense, Jonathan. It was very Spider-Man. It had that energy of Spider-Man, No Way Home. I loved it though. I enjoyed it. I saw it early too, Jonathan. I saw it at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, I went there early. Patron says it's just going to have to take some time to figure this out like it did before. I'm very patient with these things. I appreciate it, Cherry. I mean, like I said, I love having you in the members. I love having you in the members live streams. And that's the truth. There we go. Like she didn't have no business there. Darby says, I don't believe that Ava wanted to hurt Christina. Yeah, and that's true, Darby. No, she didn't sit there and that's the thing, Darby. People sit there trying to make it seem like she pushed her out the window like she did it on purpose. Um, but she didn't. But see, that's my thing, Darby. It's like Christina shouldn't have been there in the first place. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. But see, that's the thing, though, Darby. Oh, Jesus Christ, Darby. Danny, I don't think a lot of other people actually. Well, I hope I hope people actually saw. I hope people actually saw the movie. Johnson says it felt like a send off to the Fox Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I can see that. To be honest, Jonathan, there were some things that didn't make a lot of sense. Thank you, Danny, but I really do hope that some people actually saw it because I kept debating if I was going to do a review or not, and I didn't sit there and do a review because I was like my perspective about the movie kept changing. Guess so, Darby, but it's also just kind of stupid. It's like, oh, you're 9 or 8 months pregnant with him. Like, what are you doing? You know what? I'll sit there and Jonathan, you're gonna be in the members one, so I'll talk about it in the members one. I don't want to sit there and spoil it for people who didn't actually. Cause there's just things that I don't understand about the ending. Like it just it the last act just feels like it just makes no sense to me. And I loved it, but like towards the end, it's just things that just don't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, Jonathan. It was just like, if everyone saw it. I mean, to be fair, Jonathan, I wasn't going to see it until Saturday. I tried to see it on Wednesday. It was sold out. Um, Debbie says I didn't want to call Kristina stupid, but there you go. But it was stupid though, Darby. That's the thing. It really was. Because I'm like, why are you there? Like, you didn't even need to be there. Shouldn't you be at home resting your feet, not really doing too much because you're pregnant and probably tired because, you know, you're pregnant? So why are you walking around? You have so much energy to sit there and be going after Ava, where you should be sitting there resting. And that's the thing, Darby. When TJ was like, "Listen, something happened to that baby. It's her fault." As cold as that sounds, I agree with that. Donuts is the thing that made me chuckle that no one else is talking about. The Metricore pool was originally a rooftop pool. How did Christina basically fall? Hmm. Justin says, always try to see these movies as soon as they come out. And and I agree. I agree, Jonathan. Because the thing is, I'm on the internet a lot, right? So like even a title will be a spoiler. Even a title will be a spoiler. I tell you what, I guess so, Darby. Yeah, I would sit there. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know if it's more. I just think she's just stupid. She always act. She always has more action than brains. I would sit there and say she's more impulsive. It's, it's not sit there and try to give her that much gusto. She's just more impulsive. You know what, Jonathan? I remember a famous spoiler that they did years ago, where they said, "Here's the reason why the Hulk can't change, while Bruce Banner can't change into the Hulk." This was during um not Endgame, but Infinity Stone or Infinity War, the first one. I didn't see the movie yet, and I already saw in the title why Bruce Banner can't change into the Hulk. I'm like, what the Whoever says I'm also yesterday over the 300. This is, oh, yep. I know I said it yesterday. That was a good movie, though, Darby. Just on a side note, that was a good movie, though. I didn't see the second one, though. Dominic says everyone has acted like TJ has been a jerk, but he has a right to not trust Christina. He watched her do stupid things, stupid and dangerous stuff for years. And yet he didn't sit there and say shit when Molly decided to pick her as. I mean, yeah, he has a. Okay, having a right. Here's the thing. Now, Dominic says, yes, everyone has acted like TJ has been a jerk. But the thing is, he has been a jerk. No, screw that. He's been a dick. Okay, I'm not even going to sit there and say a jerk. He's been a dick. And yeah, he has a right to not trust Christina. He does, but it's already too late, though. See, that's the problem. It's already too late. Um, but having to sit there and be all like, "Oh, I can't trust you," and this, that, and the third. And the way he's been acting, like even say in with Alexis, he was just being a dick. So it's like, yeah, everyone been just saying that TJ's been acting like a jerk is because he has. Yeah, he didn't have legitimate reasons to sit there and trust Christina, but listen, you signed on to it, so Darby, well, I saw it on Netflix. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Um, but it's still kind of on my to-do list, though, Darby. I don't know. I think I'm a completionist. So like when I watch something, I gotta sit there and kind of finish watching it. I don't know if it's an OCD thing or whatever, but Johnson says I remember when one of my friends ruined the end of Spider-Man 3 for me. That doesn't seem like that's a. I don't, well, I'm not gonna sit there and say I don't think that seems like a friend to you, but like that's some dick shit though. No, but I understand. Like I said, Jonathan, when the first part came out and they said here's the reasons why the Hulk, why here's the reason why Bruce Banner can't change to the Hulk. I was like, I didn't even. It just I read it, just eyeballing it, and I'm like, this is just completely ruined it for me. So it's like, okay, well now I can't even go on YouTube without seeing that come up on my feed. So I get it, but I think if you're a person that goes online, you have to expect a certain level of spoilers. You just kind of have to be prepared. You know, like I don't read comment sections because I know people will sit there and spoil it just to be dickish. But like, even if it's in the title, you're not gonna get away with it. Like I knew one of the cameos because I was watching what's the guy's name? T.J. Miller and his downfall. So because I was watching a video about T.J. Miller, I knew about one of the cameos. So I've just learned to accept there's times we were just going to be spoiled, and that's just it. There's really nothing you can do about it. Anyway, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here because, like I said, I do gotta wake up somewhat early in the morning. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. If you're a member and everything goes through, I will see y'all tomorrow. For everyone else, have a good night. Have a good weekend. I will see you on Monday unless you want to join the membership program, and then I will see you tomorrow, and then I will see you Sunday. So have a good night, John. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Sean. Have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Dollar Medics. And also thank Jonathan for coming through, giving me knowledge, always having my back. So thank you, Jonathan, for coming through. Let's everyone thank Jonathan. Round of applause for this man coming through. Thanks to a certain level of guts to actually sit there and come on a live stream. Always got my respect on that. Johnson says, join us for another edition of So Child with Albert Bostic. Thank you. Have a good night, Tammy. Johnson says, good night, and hit the like button. Yes, hit that like button, hit the share button. We've been sharing 16 shares last month, which is really, really helpful. Seriously. Yes, exactly. Thank Jonathan. And have a good night, Vanessa. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Vanessa is one of the new people, so I hope I get to sit there and see more of you. I come on, well, pretty much every night, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. So every night at 8 o'clock, I'm gonna be on. So I hope I get to see more of you. Yes, thank you, Jonathan. You're my guy for a reason. I don't take it for granted, It can be somewhat nerve wracking to sit there and come on live and talk and stuff like that and have people watch you and listen to you and stuff. So you got my respect, my friend. Exactly. Have a great weekend, Vanessa. Have a good great weekend, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a great weekend, Darby. Have a good night, Black Queen of the South, Ronnie Ron, gorgeous Queen Jess, gorgeous Queen Janet. Then if I didn't sit there and say goodnight to you, you know exactly who you are. I will see you in the next live stream. Laters.